up to you guys. What team names should we use for game number 2? And that's the question. We're tossing it out to you guys. Brittany wanting to jump back in 2013. I got you. I know what your username is. Any idea on the new champion on November 19th? That is an excellent question. I think that it is going to be a Shurima champion. I'm gonna call that out. It's gonna be a Shurima champion. That's what I'm gonna say. We'll find out whether it is or not.
I think it's going to be a mid laner. We haven't had a new mid laner in a while. Not going to be an ADC, not going to be a support. Pike and Kai'Sa both just came out. Let me think. Could also be a top laner. I don't think it'll be a jungler either. We've got plenty of junglers. Hope it's not a jungler. Now, but Karthus getting banned away this time. Intra's not even in the game. He's drawing bans. Huh. Interesting. Now, Zoe banned away from Ice right off the bat. And we'll see what else gets taken away here. Is it going to be... It's going to look like no bans coming through. 0 from Fallen Angel right there. So confident, I don't need to ban your champions. We're going to beat you anyway, is what he's saying with that. Ted probably going to... Well, hopefully he's in Discord asking what the opponents pick. Definitely a good idea to ban that Yasuo away from Boxy, who is kind of a Yasuo one-trick, especially on this stream, and the Irelia taking the table just because it's stupidly powerful.
Alright, Gragas, that third and final ban from not Team Best Girl. We didn't get any crazy team names, so I'm going to come up with one. I'm going to go for Team 1. We're going to call them Team Slash. Give me a name for Team 2.
Team Deodorant.
Deodorant?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You went super edgy, so I decided to go like the opposite of edgy.
Team, I am so sorry for Team 2. Congratulations, Fallen Angel. You're picking up your main one trick of the Garrett in the top side for Team Deodorant. I didn't come up with it. You cannot blame me. Quite the interesting name. Whereas Jax picked up by Ted the Destroyer. First time playing on the stream. Welcome. Playing for Team Slash. Heal It Up, also first time on the stream. Welcome, and we'll get to see what they decide to pick up. They are sitting on that Ignite, so it might be a mid laner, and it could be the LeBlanc that we've seen absolutely decimate before. One of those more top tier champions in the game currently. And Garen also up there. So far, Team Deodorant has a pretty stacked team, as Super Synapse is going to donate one more bit for Team 1 needs to be Armpits. Armpits versus Deodorant. Deodorant will always win out. Oh.
I wouldn't say that. I know some people who the Armpits went out over the Deodorant a lot. Just saying. Wait, you know my little brother.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, the Heimerdinger being hovered. Now, the question is this going to be a mid lane Heimerdinger, or is it going to be a bot lane Heimerdinger? We haven't seen either on this stream in a very, very long time. Dive. Gonna lock it in. We still have no clue where it's going, though.
Alright, so I am incorrect. I was given a name. Crescent Reflex said that Team 1 was going to be Team Tursday. So I tried to keep that in mind.
Thursday versus Deodorant.
Thursday versus Deodorant. As Heimerdinger locked in by Dive, one of those pushing champions, might be for the mid lane, currently sitting on that teleport, but could be for that bottom lane carry role. It hasn't been seen in a while since it was kind of meta in the later stages of the summer split in the LCS. We'll see if they're trying to bring it back, or if that's going to be going for the mid lane, looking more just to hard push those turrets down. Paired with the Jack split pushing, that could be a pretty effective composition style for the side of Tursday.
Right now, Vayne is just praying that she doesn't go up against Heimerdinger. Heimer has a really easy time against Vayne, as he's a very strong laner. Vayne's a very weak laner. And now Vayne does have the ability to outplay using the tumble. large amount of mobility there. Gives her the ability to dodge out on the rockets, the grenade, and tumble into range to kill turrets. So it is possible, however, the edge is still to the Heimerdinger there. Let's check and see what else. Rengar taken off the table, as well as the Kaisa. That super late game scaling we saw in the last game, going to be taken off the table. Good. Catnator hovering for the jungle right now with that smite. However, it could quite possibly... oh, wait, no, the Draven locked in. So it could be Draven jungle, or he could be going ADC with the Vayne top lane. As Boxy is a top lane main and is hovering with Barrier, it's distinctly possible that he's going top. Excuse me.
Probably also help if I spelled deodorant correctly.
Yes, that would help. Ice hovering nothing. Gonna grab the Karma. Is it gonna be Karma mid lane or support? We haven't seen Ice go support in a while. But very well could be Karma on support. Crescent Reflect. Is probably gonna pick up an ADC here. Maybe? No, it is going to be the Heimerdinger bot lane in that case, with the Karma support, Akali mid, Evelyn jungle, Jax top. All right. Full AP team comp, so I really want somebody to just pick a massive tank here.
Hey,
Commander C, just lock in some... Commander C hears me and locks in the Scion. Catnator still has smite. Okay.
Yeah, we'll find out if it's going to be. Cat has played AD carries in the jungle before. He's played the Caitlyn and the Kaisa. We'll see if he decides to take the Draven in the jungle, which is looking to be most likely that composition. Keep in mind, as you were saying, lots of AP for the side of Team Tursday, except for that Jax, where on the side of Team Deodorant, it's lots of AD, except for LeBlanc. So kind of each team going 4-1 into those specific regions. Scion, one of those champions that could be played a little bit more hybrid, but most of the time everyone just runs him AD. So we'll see how they continue as the game starts off. Before we get too far into it, looks like we got the trade. So it's going to be Team Tursday. Ted the Destroyer grabbing the Heimerdinger for the mid lane. There's Zulian on the Evelyn in the jungle. Dive with the Jax in the top lane. Ice with the Karma support and Crescent Reflect. Hold on. My brain. Give me a second. Okay, Ted the Destroyer taking Heimerdinger carry bot lane and Crescent Reflect on the Akali in the mid. That's my best guess.
Yep, that seems to be the most intelligent guess at the moment, but it could be anything. The meta is meaningless right now. So, for Team the Terrifying, the Matchless, the Team Deodorant, we've got Fallen Angel on Garen in the top lane. Heal it up on LeBlanc in the mid lane. Boxy on Vayne in the bottom lane ADC role. Catnator taking Draven in the jungle. And Commander C2121 rounding it out with Scion in the support role.
This is
I definitely...
Go ahead.
Okay, I definitely like Deodorant's composition better toward the later stages of the game. They have assassination potential, infinite amounts of damage through the Vayne, but really what I'm liking is the two heavy tanks that they have. Garen, I'd really like to see if Garen gets ahead a little bit to go for one damage item and then go straight into magic resist. Just a ton of magic resist. At that point, it's just impossible to kill him. I mean, what are you going to do? Heimerdinger, Evelyn, Karma, Akali. I mean, Jax is their only mixed source of damage, and he does half magic damage anyway. That alone, if the game goes late, and as games have not been going late recently, that might be a problem. I do like Deodorant's composition better because it has tanks, has late game damage. The only win condition I see from Tursday is the Jax. I suppose if Crescent Reflex Akali gets really fed, it can go around the map. It can really blow up the Vayne really destroy the Draven and keep any of their damage from ever getting online. But outside of the solo laners getting really fed, I don't see them winning in the late game if they're not already really far ahead.
Yeah, the one thing that I love about Team Deodorant is the fact that they have those beefy frontliners, the Garen and the Scion. You've got the silence from Garen, and you've got the knockup from Scion with his ultimate as well as with his Q, both that can disengage those fights. And I need to be a little bit wise when placing those, but if Akali dives into the squishier backline of the Vayne and the Draven and immediately gets silenced by the Garen, or Jax goes to hop in, Scion cues him to stop him in his tracks and everyone's able to back up. Keep in mind, LeBlanc and Vayne are both very mobile champions with the Distort as well as the Tumble. It's going to be hard to actually lock those champions down. The best that you're going to have is a Heimerdinger grenade. And if you can dodge out on that type of a CC when it comes to those skirmishes or fights, there's a really good chance that Deodorant can actually take it. That said, Tursday has a decent composition when it comes to those small 2v2, 3v3s, simply because their burst potential with the Akali, the Heimerdinger, they could just burst somebody like the Vayne or the Draven down before the fight even really gets going.
Okay, so who do you like for the win?
Well, apparently Super Synapse is betting with me, and I'm supposed to support Team Deodorant, and I actually do support Team Deodorant, and the main reason why is Catenator in the jungle. He's shown that he knows his champion before. Why are you destroying something with a hammer?
I'm not destroying anything with it. What are you talking about? I'm a blacksmith. I don't destroy things. I make things.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose it's true. Catenator on the Draven, I think, is going to be one of those game-changing champions. What about you?
Actually, what my opinion is that's actually the least impactful champion on the team. But I respect your opinion. Just I don't see Draven having a ton of ganking presence, and can definitely get outmaneuvered by Evelyn. Especially if Evelyn finds him in the jungle with axes down, it's just she's gonna kill him.
Well, we'll find out who's right. If you had to pick a team to win, who would it be?
Depends on the game timing, but I like Deodorant's composition better. We have seen Crescent Reflect get really far ahead, and if Dive gets far ahead on the Jax, as compositionally, I like Deodorant better. Player-wise,
Crescent Reflect, Dive, and Erzulian have all shown extreme precedence on the stream.
In straight matchups, I think Tursday has a little bit of skill advantage just from what I've seen. But on the other side of it, I think that that the composition, if all things are even, Deodorant should win.
All right, so we'll see who wins. This is going to be game number 2, Team Tursday versus Team Deodorant for game number 2, as we get a little bit of some dancing and celebratory KDA before the beginning of the game, and get to enjoy some of that awesome music before things really start to take off. I have already bet myself I will buy Super Synapse a beer at DreamHack if I lose the bet and Team Deodorant loses the game. I still want to see how this Draven does in the jungle. I put a lot of pressure on Catenator because of his jungle Caitlyn that seems pretty ridiculous. May Team Tursday win against Heimer 022. Let's go and find out what goes on. As it looks like we're not going to have any invades this game either. Of course, Reeves in the game usually says an invade, but he's not in this one, so everyone's going to be playing a little more defensively. We'll see if there's a different start for the junglers or if it's going to be standard. Draven looks like he wants to start that blue, so we'll find out. I'm really curious on what his path is going to be as that jungle Draven, and if Evelyn's going to try to invade and to get some pressure against him, especially around that red buff.
In the early levels, Draven with axes up will win, but once Evelyn gets a few stacks into her abilities, she'll have the ability to one-shot him if her charm is up. However, if Catnator can use Flash to dodge that, he has more sustained DPS and could duel it out. Once Evelyn gets access to Last Kiss, then it's over.
Fallen Angel going straight in on to Dive. Dive wanted to trade back and a little bit of damage. We'll see how that trade ends up. The Garen, Fallen Angel, having that really nice God skin, so maybe that'll give him a little bit better of an advantage. Jack's one of those always meta top laners that can really get some pressure down, whether it becomes on split push or actual kills. Dive just kind of pushing Fallen Angel off of those minions up there, getting a nice stun as well, using that counter strike. Drops Garen down about half, though he is going to have that regen to heal a lot of that right back up.
Yeah, but level 2 all in coming in.
We'll see what
Wait,
they
seriously,
decide to
Dive
do.
didn't go for that? It's still a kill. Go!
There it is.
Attack!
Looks like the counter strike is
Thank
going to
you.
come down. Go for the stun. Doesn't need doesn't need ignite as he's taking teleport flash instead. He's going to be able to get first blood on that top side. So start to stack it up. It's a Mountain Drake to start the game off. Catnator very low is going to be able to pick up with that smite his red buff, unhindered by Evelyn, who's continuing to just farm her own jungle instead. LeBlanc wanted to go in on a Kali. Drops Crescent Reflect down a little bit. There's the ignite back though. What's it going to be enough?
Crescent Reflect
Might
gonna
actually be
fall
Crescent
from
Reflect
this.
falling. Heal it up, picks up her own kill in the mid lane, tying up those kills. And now Draven's gonna find Nerzulian before Nerzulian can finish
Charm
off
out.
the Drake or the blue buff and gets those spikes down. Gets a kill onto the Draven, shutting him down and refreshes both buffs. LeBlanc though gonna hop the wall, heal it up, wants it, gets the Distort close, flashes forward, gonna find the snare but can't get it. Nerzulian flashing to safety and LeBlanc jumps way back, using that second half of the Distort to escape and get out of harm's way as Jax comes in.
Yeah, and that fight went down exactly as I said it was going to. Once she has access to that charm, the fight changes. If Catnator doesn't flash that, he loses it. It's just too strong a CC, too much damage for him to survive and tank up in that early stages. Boxy taking a lot of free damage from that rocket, as well as Ice's poke. Vayne, as I was saying earlier, not the most favorable champion in lane, but given time in that late game, going to definitely be nice.
Dive
Fallen
in
Angel
again.
playing these trades not necessarily admirably right now. What he needs to do is pop E when what's his name goes for the counter strike and save Q for afterward. Now Fallen Angel is just trying to play too aggressively and is giving up the advantage that he could have in this top lane. So Dive probably going to be looking for kills as the game moves later. He does have a level advantage, so it's definitely be advantageous for him to look at trades while he has that advantage.
And that's a good question for me, is both that top lane for blue side and the mid lane for red are going to have those pressure, damage, and all that sort of stuff advantages. Where are they going to take that? Are they continue just to crush down the lane, take their turret and move on? Or especially on a highly mobile LeBlanc, are they going to try to rotate that? You could see her come to the top lane and try to find a kill on this Jax, or come to the bottom side and try to deal with maybe a super squishy Karma on the early side of the game. So far, of course, LeBlanc is deciding to stay in the mid lane, keep an even farm against the Akali. See how long that progresses. As Dive may find another kill onto Fallen, has flash available. There it is, flashing forward, will be able to get the heal as well afterwards, walks away, walking with a second kill in this game so far, doing very well for himself.
Yeah. Definitely that level 2 strongest phase in the game for pretty much any champion's disparity between level 1 and level 2. You get so much HP as well as damage just from stats, and then you get access to a whole nother ability. LeBlanc landing Q onto a minion.
Boxy getting that third proc onto Ted Destroyer, dropping him down to under 200 health. Catnator coming around from the side. Ice trying to do what he can, is going to be able to snare up for the moment on that Scion. Catnator going underneath the turret. He needs one more axe. Will he get it before he goes down himself? It will be going down, and the kill is actually given over to Karma, which is a really nice option. As Commander C now with low mana gets the shield for the moment. Can he get to the wall? He has no flash, so he's probably going to go down as Dive teleported to that bottom side. Is one more attack and is able to take out the Scion, so that is a trade. I think a 1-for-1 all in all, but
2 for 1, or 1 for 2 rather, because Catnator did fall underneath that turret.
Yep.
When he went for that. He did cash in on his stacks, though, so definitely good for him. That's 100 extra gold, but still disadvantageous trade because they were the ones who initiated that play initially. However, Ice screwing over his lane partner right there, not pushing the lane all the way in, but resetting it to where the lane is shoving forward. This is going to put Heimerdinger in an awful position when he comes back to lane. Fortunately, it will crash into tower, and Vayne won't be able to freeze it, but she's going to be able to pick up most of these minions if she's good.
And that's actually something I wanted to comment earlier. 41 farmed to the 17 and has almost 2 waves to pick up as well. That is huge for the Vayne, because at this point, Heimerdinger is just sitting on a tiny bit of extra AAP. Heal it up. Going to find the route onto the Akali in the mid lane, walking in and out of the Shroud. LeBlanc really just pushes her off of those minions.
Definitely well played by LeBlanc. However, they are even in CS at the moment, so not a huge advantage aside from that early... Oh, hold on.
Wait, LeBlanc is actually going to ignite Akali. She's going to go underneath the turret. Heal it up. Picks up a second kill in the mid lane. Wanting to carry this game. LeBlanc doing very well. 2 kills so far. As Nerzulian is going to look for Cat and Nader. Going to try to find the charm. The stand aside going to pause it for the moment. And the red buff blocks the charm. So Cat and Nader are able to escape for the moment. He flashes away after smiting away the red buff. So he is able to pick it up despite Nerzulian pushing him out of his own jungle. That is a huge amount of pressure. And now LeBlanc is going to come in from behind them. Garen going to collapse in as well. Nerzulian, Cat and Nader is all alone into 2. He's going to fall as he had very little vision of the brush. Heal it up, going to go over the wall. Nerzulian picks up with the ultimate. That's a double kill so far. It might be a triple onto Dive, or onto Fallen Angel, as the Garen, level 6, is going to have to escape back to his own turret. 31 farm to the 41 of the Jax. Fallen still wants to fight it, but there is an Evelynn in the jungle who's waiting for him. Wants to find the charm, starting to set it up for the proc. Flashes forward, is able to get it, but it's underneath the turret. Fallen Angel getting extremely low, but can't get the kill. Nerzulian able to escape with a sliver of health from underneath the turret.
Yeah, Dive going absolutely insane. 4-0 in the top lane on this incredibly high scaling champion. Jax, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Jax doesn't require enough brain cells to be as good as he is in the late game. He's not an outplay champion. You press E and nobody can touch you, except for spell slingers, but they can't just melt you like the way an ADC can if you got your R popped. Oh! Commander C going in.
Bottom side is going to get the CC. Boxy
kill. Wow!
The knock up onto the Karma as well. Boxy needs to just tumble in. One more auto attack will take it. Flashes out of it, but the shield from Karma keeps her alive. Ice able to escape. The Draven coming around through the jungle wants to find the kill onto the Karma. Instead, going to find Akali and maybe finding his own death. Stand aside keeps her from going in for the moment. She's got the Shroud keeping her alive as Nerzulian comes in. It's going to be a trade of kills, and now Nerzulian, being absolutely godlike, is going to be tricked for a moment by Heal It Up, using that clone very well. Boxy coming in from the bottom side. Nerzulian using the double buffs, trying to escape for the moment. Invisibility keeping her safe for the moment. Tries to get the turn on to Heal It Up. Extremely slow, but Boxy able to pick it up. Commander C shows up just in time for the assist as well.
Wow, that was really well played by the LeBlanc right there, using the distort forward and immediately backward to jump outside of the damage range, but still stay inside of the chain range. Very well played, managed to get all the damage down and live with under 30 HP. Triumph proc coming through, saved his life from the burn. Dive getting even more aggressive here, going underneath the turret. You take a look at Fallen Angel's farm versus Jax's farm. You've got 38 to 60 right now, and Jax just going to wander down. He might be going for a gank. As they do have vision, I doubt he will. Probably just going to drop some vision down here, standing, waiting for jungler to top. They might be looking for first turret here.
Yeah,
however,
being just so good on this Evelynn. 4-1-1 has completed the Stalker's Blade, so gonna be just trying to find those kills. Looking like it's stealing away the Krugs for the moment as Dive goes in once again. A Fallen Angel gets the stun and immediately backs away as that turret is still up and going to be shooting around. Could be a 2v1 as Nerzulian's waiting around the side.
Yeah, and Fallen will go down if that's what happens right here. He doesn't really have the tankiness or really any tools to deal with a two-man gank that can reset aggro. Yeah, this is
he doesn't have his ultimate, or he has his ultimate available, but isn't able to use it. The charm from Evelyn keeping him in place long enough. I thought maybe an ult onto the Jax could be enough. The Scion's going to engage on the bottom side, find the knock-up, and he is tanking up the big super mega turret from the Heimerdinger. Boxy picks up a double kill on the bottom side, so we're getting some really disjointed carries on both sides. Pings from LeBlanc as she's trying to escape from Akali, chasing her in. Dive, however, still on that push on the top side, doing his best seal impression so far this game. It looks like Akali will be able to get back to the mid lane.
Yeah, Dive, gonna knock down this top lane tower. They really should have moved all four of these members down bot lane and tried to race for first turret. Nerzulian gonna try and jump over and win the smite fight here in a second. And no, Catinator is gonna get it. They're gonna pick up a kill and probably rotate bot lane and take first tower is the wise move right here. But no, it looks like they're going to back right now. That's gonna seed pressure over to the top lane carry and possibly give 600 gold directly into the pockets of Jax right now. Might regret that come late game.
Yeah, and that's one of those things of Evelyn sacrificing herself in that situation to attempt to get a Mountain Drake is you're just giving a lot of gold to whatever enemy is able to pick you up, and you're not really going in with escape plan. I suppose she could have tried to ult out the back of the fight on somebody, but that's very high skill, Cat, if you're going to try to pull something off like that. And one of the things that's interesting is Fallen Angel on this Garen. Garen's one of those champions that, yeah, he's great when he's ahead, but later and later and later into the game...
Great's a little generous.
You're just going to be looking for tank. All you're doing is going to be absorbing damage, and that's what he's doing so far this game, albeit not well. But it's... As a tank, it's going to be a little bit different. Heal it up, is going to get charmed up in the mid lane, probably goes down, uses the clone, decides to go aggressively on Akali Ignite, going to be ticking away, hasn't finished her off just yet. The Jax is going to be hit by the turret, but the ultimate once again from Garen, not going to come down in time. Ignite going to do a little bit of damage, but Jax still able to escape with a sliver of health, is going to be able to get out. Looks like Akali did go down to the Ignite earlier, so kills are still fairly even. Catinator wanting to 1v1 against the Evelyn, going to get a huge chunk of damage. Can Evelyn find the execution in time? Ults backwards, as the pressure on that bottom side continues to mount from Ted the Destroyer on this Heimerdinger.
Yeah, but Boxy is in such a strong position. Ted the Destroyer having to use Flash right there to survive. I don't think he would have gone down. However, if he did get knocked up, he would have gotten seriously chunked and been forced back to base.
Oh, that was such a good ultimate from Scion. Walks right in. Heimer tries to teleport back, but the CC from the Scion going to be enough. And now they get the exhaust as well as the condemn into the wall. Jax trying to finish off Box. He's extremely low, and he's going to be CC down until he falls. Commander C going to be the next target, and that's 2 more kills over to Team Tursday. They lost 1, but they picked 2 back up, and Jax 6-0, looking to be that major carry for the side of Tursday.
Yeah, that looked so good until the Jax got the, what do you call that, Counter-Strike off. And then it just all turned around right there. Also, the jungler coming down bot side at the exact same time really just sealed Boxy's fate right there. However, the Vayne being this fed at the early stage of the game with just 1 item before she hits that 2nd item power spike definitely bodes well, because 12% of their maximum HP is true damage. Every other auto attack is coming with the Ginsu's Rage Blade. And then after that and Phantom Dancer, she can just build straight tank. Feels
heal it up. Trying to run away, is able to escape before the Evelyn can get that charm down, so is going to be able to survive in the mid lane with a lot of dashes. Cat and they are going to be jumped on by the Akali. He's gotten a little bit of damage down, but he's going to be chunked out super low. Nerzulian picks up the kill once again, 7-2-3 on the Evelyn, doing a really good job. And where the gold was fairly earlier, Tuesday is continuing to stack back up, almost 1,000 gold lead. When will this bottom turret drop, though? That's the question. Boxy on this Vayne needs to be unleashed somewhere else on the map, because she has done really well. Fallen Angel coming to the mid lane, looking for a engage onto the Evelyn. Gets the ultimate down, knocks Nerzulian extremely low, but can't find the kill as my screen continues to pause slightly. Crescent Reflect getting a little bit of damage, but Fallen Angel going to have to call the chase off on that Evelyn, except that she has been able to escape from now. Decides to engage on Crescent Reflect, and he has given up top lane completely as Jax is getting a free push onto that turret.
Yeah, they're waiting here, and it is going to be Ted the Destroyer picked off one more time.
Ooh.
That's
Foxy flashing
that was aggressive.
onto ice, gets a couple of chunks down. This Karma is extremely squishy. One more auto check might be enough. The shield keeps her alive, but he gets the last auto. That's going to go through. Nerzulia finds the execute and is able to use that ultimate to escape from the CC of the Scion. Heal it up. Has been hit by the gunblade from Crescent Reflect. Akali deciding it's safer to back away, though. Let them take that one win against the Vayne and walk away. But that was 2 kills the Vayne picked up practically by herself.
Yeah, and whenever you trade with a hyperscaling carry, it always is in the favor of the hyperscaler. Dive picking up that Rift Herald solo for himself. That's another 100 gold and possibly 2 towers at best. But Vayne just really getting into a position where she's going to be a monster in the late game. 6 kills, matching up against the 6 kills of Dive, though does have 2 deaths to her name. Similar amount of farm. So if she can play intelligently around the team fight, she definitely has the potential to kill the Jax. And Jax also has the potential to kill her.
Draven using that Whirling Death in the mid lane, gonna just deal a little bit of damage to minions. Crescent Reflex actually still standing there. Okay, the Whirling Blade's gonna come right by.
It was on both sides. It's like playing jump rope.
Yeah, you gotta hop between a little bit of a touchdown, or field goal. There you go, field goal, as that ultimate's gonna go right between those 2 members in the mid lane. Karma moving back towards that bottom side. The one thing that Heimerdinger can do well with those turrets is keep the Vayne from pushing hard underneath the turret. That's why you see that turret only now getting a little bit close to that 50% damage. He may not have a lot of farm, 54 to the 118 by the Vayne, but he can definitely keep you from pushing in. Unless he's dead. Catinator, though, may be the one who's dead at the moment, as Dive is going to go in there. Zulian finds the kill. Rampage for the Evelynn, 9-2. Their score line done extremely well. Fallen Angel next on the chopping block will be dropped, and Evelynn is just absolutely being monstrous this game.
Yeah, and that's the real trouble if you're on the opposite team right now, because their only hope is this Vayne. Also, the LeBlanc doing fairly well, but LeBlanc does fall off. Vayne continues to scale, continues to get stronger. Jax does as well, but this 10-2 Evelynn is going to have so much one-shot potential onto any carry on the enemy team. And with coming out of stealth, hold on, this is going to be possibly an inhibitor turret going down here. Catinator going to try, and yeah, he's going to get himself killed.
Catinator immediately dropped. Scion ulting. Here's the Vayne. Can they finally get that turnaround? Shut down Gold to Garen with the ultimate. The Snare going to miss from heal it up, but just going to be able to auto-attack Dive down with that Ignite as well. They pick it up, defend the top lane inhibitor. It's at half health, but they have been able to get a bunch of shutdown gold, both from the Evelynn and the Jax. We'll see what they can do with it. Is heal it up. Going to go full aggression onto Crescent Reflect. Uses the distortion to escape out of that Q. And bot lane turret, now the target is Ted the Destroyer, going to drop those turrets right onto it, and they should be able to pick up their 4th turret of the game. And Tursday is able to take off on a huge gold lead, pushing now 3,000 gold.
Yeah, and the positioning of that gold's pretty good. Jack's very late game scaling. Evelynn doesn't scale as well, but she scales differently. She has one-shot scaling. She's not going to deal lots of sustain damage over the whole fight, but she will have the ability to just completely obliterate one member of the opposing team.
So, Tursday doing really well so far this game, and they're in a good position to win it. The second Drake's going to be started up by Team Deodorant. Going to be able to try to get this win, Drake. We'll see if Evelynn can steal away this time. Once again, can't, and there is able to pull off the ultimate to immediately escape. But that's a pretty expensive ultimate just to try to steal away a Wind Drake. All 5 members of Deodorant on this bottom side. We'll see if they're looking for a fight or if they're just going to be trying to push a lane and finally get themselves a first turret. As Crescent Reflex goes way deep underneath the turret, using the Shroud to keep herself alive for the moment. Wants to chase in onto heal, but she's got the Distortion and the Clone to keep herself alive at the moment. Double buff sitting on her as well. Nerzulian waiting off to the side will be seen by the Whirling Death, and that means Fallen Angel can chase it in. Draven able to get the shutdown onto the Akali on the bottom side. Jax 1v2 forces the Flash out of Commander C on this Scion, able to pick himself a kill on Boxy as well. Nothing can counter this Jax at this point in the game.
Yeah, one-shotting the enemy ADC at 20 minutes. Definitely scary. Catnator going to take down Nerzulian real quick. Fallen Angel with that ultimate, getting himself a little more gold. Slowly crawling his way back into this game, but not going to be able to match Dive, who is just retardedly powerful on this Jax at the moment. So fed and is pushing down Nexus or inhibitor turrets right now. Heal It Up does have that burst damage to come through, but is he going to get shot? Yeah, and it's Catnator, or Commander C, rather, who manages to take him down with that Scion CC. Boxy going mid lane now to see if he can mop up some more kills from his lane opponents. But he's going to have to invest in something I don't know.
Oh, Fallen Angel's got a huge minion wave, but is going to be pushed off by Crescent Reflex. He's just throwing those minions. Can he 1v1? Gets the silence, a couple extra auto attacks down, has a red buff as well. So that burn going to force the Akali to decide not to engage too hard on that. Boxy trying to roam and get some of that early game kill advantage that she had into other lanes. 6-3 on both that Vayne and the LeBlanc. Let's see if they can manage to do that. Fallen Angel still fighting Crescent Reflex. Boxy around the corner, but the Garen's going to fall. Crescent Reflex with plenty of damage. Now has the red buff as well. Heal It Up to the backside is going to hop in, but the Shroud keeps Crescent Reflex alive and able to get back underneath the turret.
Yeah, that Shroud is way too, by the way, I'm just saying.
Little too broken. I like the skin though. The
Catnator's dead.
And yeah, and there's Zulia to the backside, able to immediately burst him down. Akali dies on the top side. Commander C likely to die on the bottom side, is able to escape out of the stun from Jax. So Dive just free pushing once again. 190 farm at the moment, the highest farm in the game. Nerzulian finds the Scion, probably going to be able to finish him off. That's a couple more spikes.
It is Scion though.
Yeah, he is tanky. Nerzulian continues to chase him in. He's going to try to get some CC down to walk back through the base gate. Able to escape for now. And Evelyn is going to walk away mid lane turret, taking massive amount of damage from the Heimerdinger.
Dive full stacks on Ginsu's right now, as well as I believe. No, he's not running Conquer. He's running Press the Attack. So he have the added benefit of the stack as well, which is good for anybody he's facing because that would just completely wipe them. Meanwhile, mid lane, Boxy getting more CS. He does have access to Ginsu's, which makes him incredibly powerful at this phase of the game.
Heal It Up, gets one kill. He's going to be able to pick up a double kill as well. Finishes off the Heimerdinger with a beautiful engage. Team Deodorant say they finally have enough of being on the back foot. Time to go on the aggressive. Pick up 2 kills. And
TP bot lane? This is perfect time. Baron.
Yeah, someone's going to have to respond as Jax is wanting to push that bottom side turret down. The Baron is going to be the target, though, so everyone going to be here besides the Scion, who decides to try to defend that bottom lane turret. They can lose the turret as long as they defend the inhibitor. Baron going to be picked up as well, going to make it even easier for Scion to defend. And with that Baron-empowered recall, the entire team of Deodorant may be getting back in time to defend this inhibitor as it's already being dropped down to half. They're still probably going to lose. The Scion goes in, trying to get the stun, will miss. Jax able to sidestep it for now. LeBlanc chases in with the flash as well. Hasn't used the second distortion, though, will allow Jax to escape as he hops to a ward over a wall. So, 1 inhibitor down on the bottom side, open inhibitor on the top. Deodorant in a tough place, but they did get the Baron.
Yeah, taking the Baron in the place where they're already in a disadvantageous position, I think, is a worth trade. Inhibitors are more potent, but I don't think that with the Baron, the Jax in particular shouldn't be able to make use of that down inhibitor. So in that case, Dive might try to go for this. He could kill Boxy in like 3 autos if he has a fully stacked Ginsu's. However, I don't think he'll go for it while Commander C is there. Never mind, he is.
Yeah, Dive is exhausted, though. Boxy may be able to find the kill. Flashes away, can't quite find the condemn, but Dive goes down. Catnator picks it up, and that is huge for the Draven. On the top side, Fallen Angel able to 1v1 Crescent Reflex, and the potential comeback is real, as now that is 4 members of Deodorant on the bottom side could look to push their second turret of the game. The top turret already going down earlier. LeBlanc in that mid lane should be able to pick up that second turret, and gold is now swinging in their favor as they take the gold lead for the first time this game so far.
Yeah, definitely as they start knocking down turrets, they're going to get huge influxes of gold. Most of that gold lead is what they call in the LCS just standing gold. There's not a lot. If they can just knock down the turrets, it's not like a huge kill advantage. It's 23 to 24.
Heal it up,
There's Julian going to get...
What?
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. LeBlanc just explodes the Evelyn. 10, 3, and 3. Decimates through. Able to take out that mid lane turret as well. You see the bottom lane first tier turret, second tier turret going to fall. This is one Baron. They have had a massive gold influx swing. They can still back and buy some amazing items as Ted the Destroyer going to be knocked up. Fallen Angel picks up the second top tier and now just wants the inhibitor turret, ignoring Crescent Reflect, focusing
Fallen Angel does not care.
This is amazing. 23 kills to 26. Dive, after going down, has nothing to say in response. Open inhibitor on the top side for Tursday, and one of the best things that you can do when you have a inhibitor that's down is push that lane all the way to the enemy's base, and Deodorant has done that perfectly on the bottom side.
Yeah. Wow. Hold on, Catinator probably gonna fall here. Oh, nice!
Stand aside, pushes Jax off to the side, but he's still got plenty of damage. Can hop in despite the flash from Catinator. He's not gonna have the stand aside up again, so Dive able to pick up a kill onto that Draven, shut him down for now, but Heal It Up is here, seen on the ward though. So we'll be trying to escape as Akali and Evelyn want to chase that one in. It's the bottom side though. Team Deodorant pushing through the mid lane, have two members there. They want to make the most use they can of this Baron while it is still up. They also picked up the Infernal Drake earlier, so that is a third Drake to themselves. And Heal It Up bursts down, Ted the Destroyer. Ignite should be able to take it away. Picks it up. Crescent Reflect going in, trying to finish off the Vayne. She hasn't used the Condemn just yet, doesn't need to. Condemns him backwards. A heal keeps Boxy alive. Nerzulian should be able to assassinate him. Burns the flash for it as well. That's only one member down. And the mid lane and
they need one top lane though. Jax is going for the inhibitor.
Down. Heal it up. Able to finish off yet another kill. Jax goes for the inhibitor, but it is going to be a first inhibitor for Team Deodorant. Able to clean that one up. Catinator going to try to defend against Dive. He's got his own inhibitor, and he's got his own mine on the Jax as well. Can Catinator get out of this one? He cannot. And it's really Catinator versus this LeBlanc. Heal It Up, having done an insane job. Fallen Angel switching to the top side, second inhibitor. Dive, go right back in onto Commander C. He's just really solo carrying this team. Super Minions pushing on the bottom side as well as two inhibitors are going to be traded for two inhibitors. Fallen Angel giving his own life over to get the inhibitor. One more auto attack. You need to get the auto attack, but he chases Nerzulian instead. Gets one kill, but the top inhibitor
kill the inhibitor!
The top inhibitor will survive, and that is massive for Tursday, as that means that they have two minion waves, super minions pushing into the other team's base versus that one in the mid lane, which is the easiest one to defend.
I know you really want to play for the kills, but Fallen Angels should have gone for that inhibitor, that last auto attack, even if it meant death. Even though he gets away right now and got the kill, the inhibitor was definitely the more important prize there, considering there are two inhibitors down for their own team. That's going to be a large difference in pressure as the Baron is going to respawn in just under 2 minutes. This is an interesting flash.
The Heimerdinger throwing some style, you know, doing what he can. Crescent Reflect in the enemy's jungle is going to be spotted out, so there could be this chase in. Super Minions going to be defended in the mid lane as Jax splitting on that bottom side. The inhibitor respawned, but he should be able to pick it up as Boxy going to look straight for the Akali, using the Shroud to keep himself alive for the moment. Hopping away, will go down, heal it up. Legendary 13, 3, and 4. Jax on that bottom side. Now we finally get the fight. This is what we want to see. The Garen versus the Jax, as Garen is deciding to escape at the moment. Needs to just go all in on Jax as he's going to picking up the bottom inhibitor once again. Backing away, the ult from Fallen Angel. Ignite as well. Whirling Death from Draven. Jax goes down. So despite having double inhibitors,
and there goes Commander C.
For Deodorant to push into the enemy team's side, we really need to have this LeBlanc take out that top lane inhibitor or something, as LeBlanc's just going to look for kills onto the Heimerdinger. He's got no mana, he's got no life. Heal It Up goes Legendary now again.
Yeah, having a 20-stack Magi's LeBlanc against you as an immobile mage doesn't feel that good. But Fallen Angel, despite just getting smashed in the early game, has really come back into this late game, becoming a split push threat. He's picked up some tanky options, whereas Jax went almost entirely damage oriented. Did go entirely damage oriented. Tanky damage doesn't really count.
Yeah, no
very
spoilers, but I appreciate the chat, everyone kind of giving their thoughts and ideas as to how the game is going to end. For those of you who played the game out, wait for us to enjoy the ending as Fallen Angel are going to try to chase in onto Crescent Reef, like there's Zulian coming to the backside. This actually could be both of these members of Team Deodorant going down. Fallen Angel doing
the Baron
away immediately. He's going to ult out of there, but with Garen going down, that major frontline tank, this is going to be a very risky play for Deodorant to try to pick up the Baron. They're going to move on to it. But
there's no risk at all to it.
There is
5 members bot
ward here that Jax could try to jump to on that bottom side inhibitor. Dive decides instead to go towards the Baron. Can he seal it away? He's going to hop in, try to find the stun. It will land onto the Jax. The counter strike using it, but Draven able to secure the turret, and the Jax goes down. This is the swing Deodorant needs. Now they're able to turn, trying to run away as Nerzulian wants to chase in. It's 4v3. Can the Vayne turn around and carry this with the help of LeBlanc? The nice stand aside from the Draven. They're going to go right back in, heal it up, decides to stick around. He's been able to pick up one. The double kill for Boxy, chasing it onto ice as well. This Karma has nothing left. If they pick this Karma up, it's going to be the end of the game, because that is going to be an ace with 30 seconds on everybody. Sion ulting to the bottom side just to keep those super minions from pushing the lane in, and that should spell the end of the game, because it's going to be at least one inhibitor, if not Nexus turrets falling.
Yeah, that really should just be the end of the game. 30 minutes in. They could end if they want to play it safe. They should end here, to be honest.
Oh yeah, they've got plenty of damage. The Draven, LeBlanc, I mean, you got double AD carries and an AP carry.
Wait.
Lots of auto attacks. They're going
to
leave the Nexus and instead focus on this bottom lane inhibitor turret. They want to make sure that they put everything in their favor. They got super minions pouring in on every single side. They're going to easily clean that up. Group as 5, not allow anyone to get picked off by this Evelynn. They're going to allow the members of Tursday, though, to spawn. All 5 are back up, except for Heimerdigger's gone. Karma is
Never
gone.
mind.
That's the end of the game. Nexus is gone. And Deodorant picks up the game 2 and saves myself having to buy Super Synapse a beer.
Yep. Wow. That was a decisive victory in that later stage of the game, but an excellent comeback. Deodorant armpits. Alright. So, let's do MVPs, honorable mentions, and shoutouts. So, for Team Tursday, still strange to say, we are going to give the MVP... Give the honorable mention to Nerzulian and the MVP to Dive. Nerzulian assisted and really profited off of Dive's just raffle stomping top lane. That level 2 all-in from Dive gives him the MVP and just really smashing Fallen Angel in that top side. Continually getting kills, getting first tower for himself, picking up Rift Herald solo, and then dropping all of the top lane towers as well as an inhibitor. Incredibly good for himself. Nerzulian profiting off of that, camping that lane, and then taking the advantage he got to other lanes. Still did very well for himself, so that gets an honorable mention. On the other hand, Dive couldn't solo carry. So he tried, but just it didn't happen. Anyway, so I'm gonna give for the winning team, Team Deodorant. This is actually curious. Honorable mention to Boxy on the Vayne. They played a lot better in the lane, but Heal It Up had some really slick moves on this LeBlanc. A couple of times Now, she did get very fed off of the bot lane that were kind of already shut down, but there was one time on Nerzulian that she managed to hit every single spell in her kit. It was really, really nice to watch. And it was like the fadeaway chain dunk. It looked really cool. But good mechanics, good picks to get their team back into the game. Got the advantage in lane, carried it to other lanes. Boxy really crushing in lane, though, in a lane he probably should have lost. And I want to give a shout out to Fallen Angel. It's so easy to tilt and kind of give up when you get smashed that hard in lane, but stayed in the game, stuck with it, got the shutdown gold onto the incredibly fed Nerzulian, and that dumped about 1,000 gold into his pocket, started building tanky, decided he was going to be really useful in the late game, regardless of the fact that he got smashed early, and ended up helping carrying his team to victory. Well played.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we are going to be jumping into a game number 3.
Come on, I didn't give anybody any ADC's MVP.
Nope, you didn't give any MVP. You did give honorable mention to Boxy, but I think he definitely deserved it, especially with that low deaths and really putting pressure on that bottom side, especially against a Heimerdinger, which is one of those champions that can be just ridiculously oppressive. We are going to be jumping to a quick BRB screen, and we'll be right back with game number 3. League nerds, I think you should be good to get into game number 3. What I need from you is your in-game name, though I think it's the same name that you already have. Make sure that you're logged in, and if you want to get into game number 3, make sure that your account is not AFK. You cannot have that little red sign. You need to be green so that we can invite you. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Game 3 coming right up.